What's good, new people? It is your boy Boswell back in the building. Damn. Anyways, it's your boy Boswell. I can't talk. It is your boy Boswell back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. This is actually an emergency reaction because we have some very special news in the NBA world. Yes, I'll be reacting to some NBA stuff as well too. LeBron James, the one and only James, LeBron King James has signed to the Philadelphia 76ers. The wait is over. We know where he is going and who he is signing to. Joining Tyrese Maxey, joining Joel Embiid, joining the newly acquired Jaylen Brown, joining Dominique Barlow, joining mad dudes. Alright. Sixers are going to be really solid. We're going to quickly watch some of the reaction or some of the talk from First Take about it. Okay, and then we are going to get into just, some of the clips and whatever. Actually, real quick first, let's go over just the tweet, just so we see the Shams tweet here. So, LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option. Clutch Sports Groups and Clutch CEO and Game Over Show host Rich Paul tells ESPN. So, he's signing a 2-year deal, $8 million. He did say at the beginning when he first let the Lakers know, hey, I won't be joining y'all next season. I'll be, doing my free agent journey. His first time ever doing his free agent journey like this. Yes, once he said that he was going to do that, Cleveland came up into the mix. Miami came up into the mix. Golden State made it very obvious that they were trying to go after him. A bunch of other teams were trying to go after him because they felt like they had a roster where if they put him on the roster, it completes their roster and makes them a championship team. Without a doubt, I think that's what helped. That's what it does for the Sixers. Now, obviously, the most important thing, like any team, is the Sixers staying healthy. So let's see now what they have to say over on First Take about this. Okay, is Stephen A. on First Take? Of course he's on First Take. It's his show. What am I even talking about? Okay, what would I even be talking about? Anyways, it's your boy Boswell. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like this video. Hit the bell icon. Join the Discord. Let's go.
Breaking news in here on First Take. According to Shams, LeBron James has made his decision. He is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year veteran minimum $8 million deal. His agent, Rich Paul, told ESPN. So the big news that we have been waiting on, Stephen A., for weeks now has finally arrived. I know that you described this as shocked when you take a look at some of the other...
I haven't watched First Take in so long, I have no clue who this woman is. I'm sure she does a great job, but I have not watched debate sports programming in so long. My goodness.
For contenders, Miami, Cleveland, Golden State, Minnesota, your surprise level on him being a Philadelphia 76er is rooted in...
Stephen A. Smith kind of looked like he wearing shoulder pads. I'm not going to complain because I don't have a suit that nice, so I'm going to be real with you. But he looks like he's wearing shoulder pads, and I'm not sure about the pattern on his tie. But I'm judging, and you know what? This is not what we're here for. We're not here for fashion.
It's rooted in the fact that I know what Cleveland means to him. And him being available to go back home to Cleveland to end his career is what I anticipated. I thought that would be too much for him to shun.
I think a lot of us anticipated that. But when you look at, I don't know if he's going to say this, but when you look at the roster construction, the way they're built, I think Sixers gives him the opportunity to do the least amount, and the least amount has to be carried on him for them to be successful. He's really just a clog in the puzzle, right? With Cleveland, Cleveland's lost already a couple pieces with Dean Wade, Donovan Mitchell, and James Harden. Yes, they're the guys on the squad, but again, they're going to be relying a lot on LeBron to kind of, hold the water and be like, yo, the guy when time is right, because he's supposed to have that killer mentality. And he's been there, done that. Not supposed to. He's been there, done that. He has how many championships already? Like 4 championships. Excuse me. Right? So no reason why he can't do that, why a team wouldn't think he'd be able to do that. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think he went back home to Cleveland. That's also one of the reasons why I don't think he went back home to Miami. Yes, it would have been Giannis, but he would have been the next person right on that list that Miami's looking for, right? And then having to deal with like the Miami way of playing basketball and all that, I don't think he was up for it, man. He's at the end of his career.
Aside, not to say that he did it with any malice intent. Of course, he loves that area. It's home to him. That's what I was thinking. Miami, obviously, even though you got Giannis and Bam, the reality is that you still need to fill a roster, and you need a few things if you're Miami.
Exactly.
Even if you were to
Right.
get
That's the biggest thing
LeBron
about
James.
Miami. They
In
don't
Cleveland,
have
there is
the
the
roster
James Harden
for
factor because
for
they
him.
promised him you're going to
Fully.
resign him, and you never know if he's going to show up in a big game, meaning a game 6 or
I'm gonna
7
hold
of
my
a
microphone.
series. And obviously, you know what? There's only one basketball. He's going to want it, and James Harden's never really played off the ball. So you got that.
There you go. That's a great point from Stephen A. Smith too. That's basically what it is. There's one basketball. James Harden may want to play off, but James Harden's not used to playing off or hasn't played off in a long. Has never played really off the ball ever. Because when he came off the bench for
It
OKC,
makes
he
total
was the guy.
sense that it's Philly. I just thought that if he was going to go back east, it would be real difficult for him to say no to Cleveland.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's everything for him. He's deified there as well as should be. They'll hang a statue for him one day when his career is over. He will deserve it. Make no mistake about it. But I just thought that
I'm not gonna lie.
was
Why
the
is this
kind of
video so
thing
long?
that
Because
would
what
get
else
in
did
the
the hell
way
they gotta
and
talk
go
about
anywhere else if he
in
went back
terms of
So
this?
the fact that he's chosen
What is
Philadelphia
that to even
from
debate
a
about him
basketball
going
standpoint,
somewhere?
it makes
Low
all
key.
the sense in the world.
I'm gonna watch it a little bit
Maxey,
longer.
With Edgecombe, with the acquisition of Jaylen Brown, who was a stud and an all-world player in the NBA. LeBron joining that.
Steven looked like he choking. I know he wants to look professional on the show.
Thoroughbreds to carry.
Like, y'all just wear some regular clothes, bro. It's sports.
It makes perfect sense. I just thought that home would be too much.
He doesn't have much to say to this either.
To shove aside.
Doesn't seem like.
Shams Charania broke this story
Shams
moments
is
ago.
here.
He joins us now
So,
on
Shams.
First Take. Shams, how did LeBron arrive at this decision?
Courtney, he spent the last few weeks talking to Philadelphia, Cleveland, Miami. As we know, those were the teams at the front lines of this because of the simple fact that LeBron James went into this process once he decided to leave the Lakers, that this would be about winning, about competing at a high level, building a culture with a team, having a team that he trusts. And so the Eastern Conference team represented a chance to contend at a high level. The Warriors were also considered, of course. The Minnesota Timberwolves were considered heavily as well. But this clearly for LeBron James, he looked at the rosters in Philadelphia.
I wonder what Braun would have been like on the Timberwolves roster. Again, that's another roster where he would have had to do a lot of the heavy lifting still. Because I really feel like, yes, as much as Anthony Edwards is a dog or whatever, but I really still feel like they don't have I can't remember forgetting his name, but their small forward who they currently have. He's not somebody who just go to him for scoring. Like, he's more a defender. He's more of like a tertiary option when it comes to scoring and stuff like that. That's why they picked up LaMelo Ball. But they, you know what I mean? They would have been solid. They would have been okay. But I feel like Sixers just fits better. It's a team that has already been really good for a couple of years. And it's in the East.
After the Jaylen Brown trade, remember, guys, like Stephen A. Courtney, the Sixers were not even in the picture. We're not on the map until Bob Myers and Mike Gansey went out there and traded for Jaylen Brown. So you have Tyrese Maxey, you have DJ Edgecombe, you have Jaylen Brown.
I wonder if Boston would have been on the map if they didn't trade Jaylen.
So LeBron James looked at that roster. He looked at the Cap.
I don't even think Boston was interested. I'm not going to lie.
He looked at the Heat roster. And he is choosing the Philadelphia 76ers for a historic 24th season, but he's signing a 2-year deal, a player option for a potential 25th season. So the Sixers and LeBron James are going into this that he could very well play a historic record 25th season. And this is about Bob Myers and Mike Gansey and a slew of their players from Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, all calling LeBron James, having relationships with LeBron James, specifically Tyrese Maxey, and selling them on that vision that it was about winning. And so LeBron James made a decision today that he believes the Sixers are best positioned to go out there and win a championship. And so when he made it clear that this was not going to be a financial decision, he was able to go into it with a minimum contract no matter where he ended up. He got the ability to pick where he felt he would have the best chance to win a championship. And he put his money where his mouth is. Courtney, the last piece, I'm told over the last week or so, was just having that family conversation with LeBron James. We know Savannah, his wife, Zuri, his young daughter, they're LA-based. Bryce, his youngest son, he's at Arizona. Bronny James is currently right now with the Lakers. And so him going all the way to the East Coast, going all the way to the Eastern Conference, no matter where he ended up, having that familial buy-in, that was very important for him. I think that was the last step in this decision today. LeBron James shocks the entire NBA. He doesn't go Miami. He doesn't go Cleveland.
He goes to Philly.
The Philadelphia 76ers, and he chooses Bob Myers Josh Harris, that ownership group there, and now a starting
Sixers,
five:
man.
Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, LeBron James,
Solid.
Jaylen Brown, and Joel Embiid.
Solid pickup from the Sixers, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's a solid spot for LeBron to end up. Let's take a look at the Sixers roster here. Let's take a quick look. So we got VJ Edgecombe. Obviously, we know who VJ Edgecombe is. Going into his second year, and it's good actually they picked up LeBron when they did, because usually sophomores have a little bit of a slump because now you're on the scouting report all the time. Teams are not surprised by what you do. Most players in the NBA have a general same type of game throughout the years that they play. They just try to solidify that game and make that game as good as possible. They don't really change up too much. You may see a few guys like maybe somebody like Brook Lopez, who was more of a paint player before, but now he plays on the wing a lot more. Usually you may see that with like bigs, but guards and stuff like that generally stay the same type. They just perfect what they do better, and their guard skills expand in what goes on, but their playing style stays the same. So sophomore players usually end up having a more difficult second year. So this is really good for him, because now they push him to the bench, and this gives him less pressure to perform at this level when he might possibly be in a slump year. Not saying it's going to happen, but it might. Okay, Justin Edwards, another solid forward as well too, had a solid year for him. Another hardworking guy. I feel like as soon as you have a LeBron James on your team, your mindset goes to like, yo, we gotta win, right? So you see a lot of these guys who you maybe never heard of before step up and show a part of themselves. We got Joel Embiid, MVP, former MVP Joel Embiid, really good center. Either 1A, 1B in the league, however you want to determine it. Again, he's gonna still be a force in the paint. Obviously, the biggest thing with him is staying as healthy as possible. I'm not sure how many games he had played last year off the top of my head. I don't know. But again, Joel Embiid staying as healthy as possible is an important thing. Caleb Love, they got. Oh, sorry, I skipped a couple there. Ariel Hawk-Porty is from New York. It's almost basically like a trade. I think that he just signed with the Sixers, and Andre Drummond signed with New York Knicks. And then what's his name signed with? I'm forgetting names like crazy today. What's his name signed with Boston, who was on the Knicks with their championship run. Ariel Hawk-Porty is a solid center as well too. As a really solid backup for them. I know a lot of Knicks fans were really excited about him and his potential, what he could do. LeBron James, man, what's more to say about him? He's going into his 24th season in the league. Possibly he's gonna, more knowing him, he's gonna try to beat the record in 25. Set it really high, so it's hard to get to. And he's going over to a team that is already kind of set for a championship, and he's just bringing that extra experience, which is going to be really great for them. Caleb Love, another really solid young player as well too. Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's probably going to be that go-to guy a lot of the times for the Sixers, kind of like he was last year. Has finally kind of taken over that crown of like the guy for the Sixers. While Joel Embiid and LeBron Jaylen Brown are going to be probably more secondary. So you know what I mean to that. Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, you'd probably get maybe Jaylen Brown and Maxey taking the same amount of shots, and Joel maybe taking a little bit less, only just to kind of save him and keep him healthy for playoff times. So we'll see that end up happening. They got Duke Miles as well too, and LeBron Fillion. Specifically, I wanted to bring up Fillion because another big guy another guard, another name that was out there a lot for the Toronto Raptors fans who a lot of them online were like, yeah, we really want to draft this guy. We need a guard. We didn't end up drafting him. We ended up drafting another really solid forward as well too, in Allen Graves. Same heart as CMB and Scotty. Probably a little bit smoother offensively than CMB was to start off his career, probably going into the league. But yeah, solid roster. So obviously being in the Atlantic Division is like the division of death right now, bro. Between the Celtics, Raptors, Sixers, right? Who else is in that division? Brooklyn and New York Knicks, bro. That division is hell. And Brooklyn may not be it this year, but Brooklyn got some young pieces as well too that are, you know what I mean, that they can make a few trades here and there. By next season, they're a whole different roster. So, any case, appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all also join the Discord as well too. Hit the bell icon if you want to be updated for any new videos. I've been your boy Boswell. I am out. Peace.